Welcome Year 9s to our next statistics video from Oxford International Maths textbook. We are looking at calculating statistics, and today we're going to be talking about calculating the mean, and this is from exercise 6E in your textbook. So you should be familiar with calculating means in a simple small set of data. So for instance, here we have 5 items of data, and so the mean would be equal to the sum of all of these, so we'd add them all together. So 2 and 5 is 7, and we've got 2 other 7s, so that's 3 7s, which is 21, plus 9 is 30. And then of course we divide by the number of items of data that we have. In this case it is 5. So our mean in this scenario would be 6. Okay, that's pretty easy. But sometimes we have a little bit more complex situations. So I want you to consider here we've been rolling the dice and adding the scores. So obviously the smallest score we can get is 2, 1 and a 1. And the largest we can get is a 12, 6 and a 6. And this here is the frequency. So we got 1, 2. So in other words, one sum of 2. So when we roll the dice, both dice, we only got 1 and a 1 once. Okay. We scored 3 4 times, and you can see that some of the scores we got quite a few times, like 7, 8, 9, and so on. So the difficulty with trying to work out the mean score would be, well, we'd have to add all of these together. So there's a 2, then it would be plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and then we'd have to add 4 7 times. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Then we'd have 8 5, so plus 5 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 plus 5. Then we'd have 12 6s plus 6 plus... You see, this is really boring and it's going to take a long time. So what we use is a special formula to help us in these situations. When we've got data in groups like this, we can say that the mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. What does this mean? What it means, this Greek letter sigma means the sum of. The sum of all of our fx values divided by the sum of all of our frequencies. F is frequency, right? The sum of all of the frequencies. Okay, so how are we going to do that? What is fx? Well, it's our x value, which is our scores, multiplied by the number of times we have those scores. So we've got 1 score of 2, so that's going to add up to 2. We've got 4 scores of 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and we know that's going to be 12. And we have 7 scores of 4, so 7 plus 7, right, so that's going to be 28. And we can do this for all of our values. 5 times 8 is 40, 6 times 12 is 72, 7 times 15 is 105, 8 times 16 is 128, 9 times 16 is 144, 10 times 12 is nice and easy, 11 times 7 is nice and easy, and 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, at this point we need to find out the sum of our frequency and the sum of our f of x. So grab your calculator and pause the video and work out what the sum of all of these is. And we're going to pop them down here. The sum of our frequencies is 100. I'm getting 752 for my fx sum. So We summed all of the frequency and we get 100. We summed all of the fx values and we get 752. So therefore our mean is going to be sum of fx, 752, divided by the sum of f, 100, which is equal to 7.52. At this point, we could just consider whether this makes sense. Is 7.5 about the middle of the range for our scores? Well, it looks like it, doesn't it? We've got a few here, it starts building up, and then building up, and then a few here. So it looks like 7.5 is roughly in the middle of this data, so I'm happy with that. So quick review of what we've done here. This is a technique we use when we've got a lot of data. We have the scores, the frequency of those scores. Instead of adding them individually, we go score times its frequency to get f of x. We do that for all of our scores. Then we add all of our frequency together to get sum of f. This is sum of f. We add all of our fx values together to get sum of fx, and this is our sum of fx. Then we put it into the formula and find our mean. I hope that's helpful. Good luck with the other questions in this exercise.